So this is me getting up Saturday morning, just checking the temperature of the stove. Still a good bit of heat in it. I banked it up high with nutty slack coal the night before. The fan was still going there. There's a little bit of a glow left. Handle too hot to touch. So yeah, opened it up. It's kept in all through the night, which is what I wanted. Keeps the boat warm, but not too warm. I had the vent fully closed, so I've opened the vent up, and then I go in, start to make my breakfast. About 5 minutes later, I've not done anything to it, just let the oxygen in, and there we have flame.
3-4 minutes later.
So it's like a little magic trick.
Coal on now.
And the needle was starting to climb on the temperature gauge, so threw a bit more coal in. I think I kept it going for about 3 days in total, which wasn't bad going. I think it's kind of more efficient in a way than bringing it up like a furnace when you find yourself too cold and then thinking, oh, it's too hot now, and opening the windows. Just keep it ticking over. Probably put a bit too much coal on here, to be honest, but I'm still finding my way with this stove. Although I did want it fairly hot because I was going to toast crumpets on it for breakfast.
Leave the fire.
The other good thing about keeping it in,
leave the draft.
I'll just demonstrate the oxygen coming through there. I'm not going to narrate what I thought I was going to narrate because I already told you. I was going to say, oh yeah, look at the temperature. It's starting to creep up there. That's only sort of 5-6 minutes after I first opened up the oxygen.
It's minimal.
Opened up the air vent again.
The way to go when you've got a stove.
But yeah, on top of the stove there, my kettle gets nice and hot all night. Not boiling, but so I had a nice amount of hot water in the morning. I can see steam coming off it. So I can have a wash and everything because I've obviously no...
it also means I've got lots of nice hot water in the morning.
No hot water system, no water system at all yet. So that was really handy.
And have a wash.
Shave and a wash in the morning.
Shave maybe.
Without having to use the gas stove to boil water up. So washed and shaved, the coal's taken, temperature's nice in the orange zone there, so I can start on my day's activity.
Big moment, guys. First oil going in.
I closed it up again so that it would tick over nicely. This is me getting a litre of oil out, engine oil, to pop in the engine just before I put the full 5 litres in, or 5.1 litres that it requires. Just popping a litre in and leaving it for a week. To check that everything's sealed, it's not all going to pour out everywhere.
Dripping out anyway before I put the rest in. Oh, not leaking out, that's great.
Good morning.
Hey up, how's it going?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You have a good night last night?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah? No, I was asking if you did with your mate coming round.
Sorry?
I'm asking if you did with your mate coming round.
Oh, yeah, no, just, he left fairly early. So this is a bit of channel I welded, my second attempt at welding. It went a little bit better. It's still not going to win any beauty prizes, but... And these are my 2 earthing studs, one for AC, one for DC, that I've welded to the bulkhead. So, crumpets for lunch as well. Do like me some crumpets.
Definitely makes the nicest crumpets this way.
Okay, so this is actually a week later. So I was expecting to come back to find a whole lot of rust, but there's not much, to be honest. So instead of putting fur tan on like I thought I was going to have to, I just put the hammerite straight to rust on. Yeah, don't look too closely at that bead in there. There's a good bit, look. Goodish. It's not taking any weight though, it's purely there to protect the bilge pump pipe from being trodden on. yeah, so it wasn't the nicest weather, so I made myself a nice hot brew of tea and brought it back to the job. Planning to paint over all that with Hammerite straight to rust red oxide. It seems to be fairly good stuff. I've got rid of most of the flaky stuff from that side, what I can reach. It's so awkward to get in that space behind the weed hatch, but I know it's vulnerable, so I wanted to get in there. So just trying to set the camera up so I can get a good shot of the paint going on. You can see I took the loose stuff off the top of the actual weed hatch there as well. And that's one of the control cables over the top of it there, just trying to hold it out of the way. I had to buy a special extra small little roller to fit in the inside the channeling there that I welded on, because it's going to be a bit of a rust trap if I don't protect it properly. But I managed to get one at B&Q, so that was good. And actually using the paint kettle here, that's the Hammerite I've been using. Give it a bit of a shake. Number 1 rust beater in red. Yeah, it's quite an orangey red. I quite like the look of it when it goes down on the engine bay. You'll see it in a few moments, the finished results. Don't you just love the gloopiness of it? Thick paint. Well, good enough to eat. It's something from the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. So I've got a couple of bags of small rollers behind the weed hatch there from Temu. If you don't mind waiting for it for a month or so to come from China, you can get some real bargains. You know, you look at a tenth of the price of buying it one of the big DIY stores in Britain. If you can plan ahead that far, it's certainly a money saver. So I decided to start behind the weed hatch because that's the awkward bit, so get it out of the way to keep overall frustration levels to a minimum. I could have cleaned it out better if I'd had more time, a little bit more inclination. You know, in an ideal world, I'd be behind there with a needle gun running off a compressor and get everything down to bare steel. You'll see when I'm putting the roll around that it picks up some big flakes that I've missed, especially from the other side of the tiller tube that managed to come round. Paint on my hand instantly, as always. It took about 2 days to get that stuff off. I found this long, small roller handle really useful in the engine bay because it's got that reach, you know, without being big and clumsy. It's designed to go behind radiators, I think. Like I say, it's been ever so handy behind here, and all the other hard to reach places on the other side that I've already done. I ran out of battery, so I finished off, and then I ran out of battery again. But you get an idea of the finished look there. Next time I go down, I'll pull all that stuff out and do the other side. Well, thanks for watching. The next video is going to be me fitting the new senders for the water temperature and the oil pressure, but I'll keep those separate from the painting, even though it was the same day. Thanks again. Bye.